Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Pink Sky Tarot. I'm Elle, and I hope everyone is having a really wonderful day today. I really love the energy that I've been feeling lately. I was pretty anxious kind of like last week, but today the energy feels very good, and I am very much looking forward to getting into March and to approaching spring and just feeling all that, you know, nice, wonderful, new energy coming in. Everything feels so fresh right now to me. I hope that it's feeling that way for you guys as well. So I just did the feminine reading, and there was a very powerful messages that came out in that. So if you haven't watched that, I would definitely go give that a watch. But today we're going to be looking into the divine masculine. A lot of you might be watching this for a twin flame or divine counterpart connection, and that is okay. But I hope that most of you, I'm trying to actually do these videos more from a soul growth perspective and your own spiritual development. So I hope a lot of you will be watching it for that. And you can watch it for both. But yeah, so let's find out what energy is coming in for the divine masculine for the month of March. This is a general reading, guys, so make sure you're only taking the messages that resonate for you. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can just send me an email to pinkskytarot@gmail.com, and my email is down in the description box there. Okay. All right, so Spirit, what energies are coming in for the masculine in the month of March? It's funny, I wanted to use a different oracle deck to start my reading because I use Moonology for the feminine, but I was still really drawn to use Moonology for this deck, and they're getting a repeating card, the same card that the feminine got. So we have a new start is coming, we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, and then we have you and your loved ones are safe. This is the card that the feminine got, and actually it's in the same position. The feminine got 4 cards. The last 2 cards came out together, and this card was in the 3rd spot. So that's quite interesting here. All right, so for the masculines, a new start is coming, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. It feels like there's a bit of overlap here. It feels like the masculines are okay, so it feels like with the divine masculine, something new is beginning, but he still has something lingering in the past that he needs to close out. So there feels like a little bit of overlap here because the order of the cards here, we have the new start and then the end of a tough cycle. So it feels like there's some overlap. Something new is going to start for the masculine. I feel like he's going to be presented with some sort of new opportunity. He may even initiate some sort of new opportunity, but for most of them, it feels like the universe is presenting them with something. And then as they get into this new start, they're going to realize that they have to close something out that they're currently in, or something from the past that needs to be closed out in order for them to move forward with this new start. And then we have this, you and your loved ones are safe. And again, it's kind of the same message. There is some trepidation, there is some anxiety and some fear of what's going to happen if I follow this new path, if I go in this new direction. And Spirit is just saying, you and the people around you will be safe while you're traveling down this new phase of your life, in this new journey here. So that's pretty interesting that I was so called to use the same deck, and that they're getting the same exact card in the same place. A very similar message here. Okay. So yeah, if you haven't watched the feminine reading, I would definitely go give that a look. Okay. Ooh. All right, so what should the divine masculine be focusing on during the month of March? What should the divine masculine be focusing on during the month of March? A new place for this deck because it kind of gets in my way when I'm trying to push the cards up. Okay. Okay, so we have Fortitude, which is the Strength card. We have the Seven of Coins in the reverse. I don't know why I have such trouble reading the numbers on these cards, but I do. Seven of Coins in the reverse. Oh, that's funny. Okay, and then we have the King of Chalices, which is Cups. So, the feminine got this card in the center as well, but for another question. So there's already some mirroring going on here. Okay, what does the masculine need to be focusing on? His strength, his courage. As I said here, with this, your loved ones are safe card. There is some fear and trepidation about moving from one phase to another, closing out the cycle that he's probably been in for a while and starting one fresh. So he's going to have to be very strong. He's going to have to be very courageous and focus on the task at hand. With the Seven of Pentacles being in the reverse here, I think his focus needs to be planting new gardens. You know, I think that he has been trying to make something work for a long time and it's not working, and it's time to move away from that. With this King of Cups, we want the masculines to focus on their loving masculine energy. The King of Cups is very loving. He's very caring and he has so many emotions, but he is not very good at expressing them. And I think the masculine needs to learn how to express those feelings and emotions. And so that's kind of what he's focusing on here. Building his strength and his courage. Moving on from situations that are no longer serving him, and then really developing his emotions and self-love. And being able to communicate his emotions more clearly. I'm going to go ahead and grab some clarifiers. What does the masculine need? Fortitude. Why is the strength card here for the masculine? Okay, so we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. Oh, it's kind of a sad message, but the masculine feels like he has failed so many times that he's afraid of putting energy into this new start. And so he's going to have to rise above that. Okay? He feels like he has failed so many times and he doesn't want to fail again. And I think that's why he's had trouble moving from one thing to the next. But it's underneath this new start. I think he has to look at this new start with fresh eyes and recognize that this is different. Okay, so I have a lot of new moon cards in the Moonology deck, and there are a lot of cards about new beginnings. This is just a generalized new moon. Okay? It's like, I don't want to say generalized. It actually feels more like all of the new moons together. So it's like a more powerful new moon rather than just like this is a new moon in Cancer. Okay, so this is an emotionally charged new moon. This is all of the new moons. So this new beginning, this new start that's coming is different than anything the masculine has experienced, and he has a fear of failure. So he has to rise above that. And why is the Seven of Coins in the reverse? We have the Hanged Man. The masculine has been stuck. Okay, but I feel like the masculine has been stuck in a numb kind of way. And so he is going to tap into his spirituality because this is his focus here. So when he taps into his spirituality and he starts to become spiritually enlightened, he's not going to want to be in this stuck energy anymore. And that's going to help build his strength to close out this cycle here. It's not an accident that the stuck energy is underneath a tough cycle. Okay, so the masculine has to use his spiritual enlightenment to be able to move on from it. And why is the King of Chalices here? Yeah, so we have the Magician. Kind of came out, and it feels in the upright. It was a little bit sideways. Magician. So the masculine needs to focus on his emotional happiness, his emotional well-being, and emotional stability in order to manifest his next phase. And with it being underneath this, you and your loved ones are safe. I feel like the masculine is encompassing, I guess, there we go, himself and the people around him in this very loving energy. It almost feels like he's putting a blanket around him and the people he needs to protect, and just this very loving energy so that he can manifest this new start, this fresh beginning. It's just kind of conquering those fears that he has there. Okay. All right. So what might the masculine struggle with over these next few weeks or during the month of March? What might the masculine struggle with? Okay. And one more, please. That was very quick. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Six of Swords and the reverse here. Okay. So I was talking about how the masculine needs to learn how to express his emotions with this King of Cups. Okay, so now I have the Knight of Cups. The Knight is not as mature as a king, but the Knight is about communication. Okay, all the Knights are about communication. This is emotional communication. So what is he going to be struggling with? How to communicate his emotions to the people around him to express this new phase that he needs to move into. Okay, this Knight is very forlorn looking. He's kind of looking down at his cup. He's not offering it to anyone. So the masculine needs to learn how to offer up his love to those around him. And even when I feel like he's going to be telling people something that they're going to find challenging, and he needs to be able to communicate that in a kind and loving way, but also in a way to where they can understand his emotions around these changes he's making, and also so that he can finally say what he's been feeling this whole time. All right, with the Page of Coins here, the masculine may struggle with movement. Again, with the Six of Swords here in the reverse, that is also a struggle with transitioning. The masculine has been stuck in a cycle for quite some time now. And the reason why I feel like he's been in this cycle for such a long time is because this new moon is extremely powerful. Okay, so what he has to change is going to change everything. He may really, in reality, only have to make one decision or a couple of choices, but it's going to change the entire face of his world, of his life around him. So the Page of Coins in this deck is just kind of sitting here focused on her little coin. She's not really looking at the world around her. So he may have struggle with taking those first steps. The Six of Coins here is, of course, being stuck in transit, like not being able to move forward and having trouble getting things going. But because we have the Magician here, we have this Fortitude card, Major Arcana, and then we have the Spiritual Enlightenment here. I feel the masculine is going to be able to conquer these things, but it's just going to be a challenge. He's going to have to really rise above all of these fears and anxieties and even negative self-talk to really help himself move forward. Why is this Page of Coins here? Yeah, see, we have the Ace of Wands. What I feel like for a lot of the masculines is they have their practical world in place. Okay, they have their finances in place. They have a nice job. They got a good place to live. But there's no passion. There's no excitement. They're feeling empty inside. So their struggle is allowing passion to come in, allowing their emotions to be fulfilled. For a lot of them, they've just kind of been going through the motions of everyday life and thinking it's no big deal. And then they start to feel feelings and they don't know what to do with that. So it's like their challenge is moving out of practical matters. Yeah, it logically makes sense for me to stay at this job, to live in this house, to be in a relationship with this person. It makes logical sense. They have to move away from tangible to emotion and spiritual development here. And that's going to be it. That's usually a very big challenge for divine masculines. All right. So let's see what the masculine, I'll move these up. See what the masculine has to look forward to. What does the divine masculine have to look forward to in the month of March? Can we get one more, please, for what he has to look forward to? There we go. Oh my goodness. So we have the Knight of Coins. I have the Tower on the reverse. And then this could not be a better card to end on. The Emperor. What does he have to look forward to? Becoming the Emperor. Moving out of these Page and Knight energies and even King energies and into being the divine masculine. I mean, seriously, you could not end on a better card here. With this Knight of Coins, that's the forward movement, okay? We've progressed from a Page to a Knight here. Yeah, he is still slow and he's still staring at his coin, but it's progression, okay? And then we have, so the two Knights are here underneath the Strength card. So it's like this strength, this courage, this fortitude is allowing the masculine to communicate his emotions and allowing himself to put movement into the 3D to make these changes. Okay? The Tower in the reverse, I feel like, is a big sigh of relief. He's going to... Okay, so what it feels like... Because the masculine is going to have some choices to make. Okay, he obviously has to do something. He has to overcome something and move on from something. So he is going, what he has to look forward to is finally allowing everything to fall apart. Okay, now that seems like it's not something to look forward to, but when you are just like constantly putting energy into something and it's not growing, it's not getting anywhere, nothing is changing, everything is plateaued or even getting worse, letting it all fall apart is actually a relief because you're no longer striving over and over again to try and accomplish something that's not getting anywhere. It's like the hamster running in the wheel. The hamster can run 24/7, but he's not going to get anywhere, is he? It's when he gets out of the wheel and starts running on his own path that he finally makes progress. So it's getting off the hamster wheel, letting everything fall apart is actually going to be a sigh of relief, and that's going to start putting him into this Emperor energy, this powerful divine masculine energy. That is really an amazing card to land on for the masculine. So yeah. There is definitely lots of progress here. It's like building the courage, the strength to come over the fear of failure. Emotional development. Emotional development and maturity. Finding passion and then putting that passion into action so that he can become the Emperor. Okay, so can we get a little bit of advice here for the masculine energy? What is your last bit of advice here for the masculine energy? Oh, geez. So many cards. All right. Here we go. One last bit of advice for the masculine, please. Getting two cards, and that is okay. Yeah, support and then dreaming. So the masculine needs to be open to support. Part of emotional maturity and emotional communication, and even this more practical communication, is saying, I need help. I can't do this by myself. Okay? This could be spiritual support, where he's going inward in this Hangman energy and asking for spiritual guidance and enlightenment, but it also is support from people around him, friends, family. I'm about to make this major life change and I can't do it by myself. And then we have this dreaming card. Um, I think it's for the masculine to stay focused on his dreams and his goals. Don't get stuck in heavy energy to where you can't transition forward. If you're thinking about, you don't want to be daydreaming. You don't want to be sitting there going, oh, masculine. You don't want to sit there be going, man, I really wish I could quit my job or move away or find my feminine. You don't want to be in a daydreaming, wishful, hopeful energy, but you just want to have the dream in mind, the goals in mind, what it is. Why am I doing all of this? Okay, just it's like staying focused on the goal at hand. Okay, all right, I'm going to leave the reading here for you guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you didn't get a chance to watch The Feminine yet, go and give that a watch, and I will see you guys later. Bye.